It's time for us to look at the mutant who never needs AC. Welcome to our origins, where we go over the origins of your favorite superheroes and villains. Today, we're going to be continuing our Mutant Mondays with Iceman, Bobby Drake. It was a night like any other in Port Washington, Long Island, New York, when teenage Bobby Drake was escorting his girlfriend Judy home from the movies. It was young love that brought them together, but it would be hatred that would tear them apart. It started when a teenage bully named Rocky and his pals crossed the young lovers. Rocky did what most bullheaded jealous boys do, and he stole Judy away from Bobby. Bobby knew that he had to stop Rocky, so he decided to unleash his secret mutant powers on Rocky, and he suddenly mysteriously encased Rocky in ice. This heroic act was enough to scare off Rocky's friends, but it also scared Judy cold. She realized that Bobby was a monster, a mutant, and she ran away scared, never to love Bobby again. It might have ended there, but word of his powers spread throughout the neighborhood like wildfire. He quickly ran home to his parents William and Madeline Drake, who were the only people who knew about his powers. They also warned him not to let anyone else see him using them, but it was too late. After the Rocky incident, a lynch of fearful humans were soon at the Drake residence, ready to steal him away from his parents and take him to the county jail. The mob was clamoring outside to kill the young boy, and they might have gotten their wish until another young teenager with strange powers snuck into the jail claiming to help Bobby. Cyclops, the first X-Man, was tipped off to this incident, and he was sent there by Professor X to attempt to rescue Bobby. However, Bobby panicked at the sight of Cyclops, and he began to battle against him. They eventually escaped to the prison together during their mutant-on-mutant fight. Before the battle could escalate any further, Professor X appeared, and he halted it. He was able to calm the young Bobby down, and he explained to him that his plan was to recruit him for the X-Men, a group that would battle against evil and prove to society that mutants were a force of good. Bobby quickly warmed up to the idea, and he agreed to join the X-Men, making him the second X-Man. With that decided, Professor X used his powers to calm down the unruly mob, and he erased Bobby Drake from all of their memories. He also met with Bobby's parents, and they agreed to let Bobby go to Professor X's school. He then erased any knowledge of Bobby's mutation from his parents' minds. With everything settled, Bobby left his young life behind and joined Cyclops and Professor X in Westchester at the School for Gifted Youngsters, where he would learn to harness his marvelous mutation and become Iceman. Iceman has an amazing power set. To put it simply, he is able to cool moisture in the air around him and turn it into ice. This allows him to create ice blasts, snowballs, and ice walls. Because of the moisture in the human body, he could turn his body into a protective shield of snow, which originally made him look like a giant snowman. With further training, he was able to turn this snow into a shield of ice around his body, making him into Iceman. Since moisture is everywhere, he can create fantastic ice bridges and even propel himself along them, allowing him incredible maneuverability. Of course, he is immune to the effects of the chill and cold, and he's very comfortable in such an environment. So there you have it, the story of how Iceman became an X-Man. You might be wondering about the news that Bobby is now a homosexual. Well, that is going to be covered in the all-new X-Men stories, but there isn't much more to say on that now because there's actually only been one story dealing with this development. I hope you found this origin pretty cool, and tell us what you think of the youngest wisecracking X-Men in the comments down below. I'm Benny for Comicstorian, and check out the other videos on the screen right now, you just might like them.